Hey Battlefield community, as I'm sure you're all aware, the big fall patch for Battlefield 4 just came out. It changed the game quite a bit, and this is actually a post-patch game. I know this is on the one map that didn't pretty much change in Rush, but I had to play some Rush, and you know what? I thought, wow, I'm gonna do something that have like some good gameplay of what's changed and what's a little bit different in the game. Then I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna post the same old map with me being an asshole, basically. And that's what this gameplay is, just full-on asshole with using the M249, because I don't know, I'm absolutely in love with all the LMGs right now. I'm kind of in love with every gun I've tried, just because they work. It's seemingly a little bit better now. I don't know if I quite like them taking an extra shot most cases, but man, I'm just erasing people with most of these guns, it seems. Of course, on the other hand, when I'm playing attacker, which is the better part of Rush, defending's a little too easy. I absolutely are just wrecking these kids for the most part, because it's really easy to do this on defense. Attacking a lot more fun, I think. But I know probably most people like being defender, because you do tend to get quite a few kills and very few deaths. At least most people do, and you help boost your KD or whatever. But it's not as much fun as getting in there, trying to arm the MCOM, and when you successfully go over and grab one, or maybe grab two in one go, you kind of feel like a badass. So at least in my opinion, that's why I love playing Attacker's Rush. It's just more fun. Defense is just so easy to sit there and basically camp your spot. And with the way most of the maps are actually laid out, it's a little harder to camp that flag. But like this one, like I said, it hasn't changed. It's the only one of the vanilla maps that hasn't changed in Rush. And most of the other ones are definitely still possible to sit there and, hold something to the point where it's almost impossible to get past. This one was always definitely easy to get past. The following round after this, our teams got all switched up and we absolutely decimated them. We just rolled right through them pretty easy. It's not that hard in this map. And once everybody gets in here, it can be a little bit rough. But there's not much excuse anymore since people have to actually ready up in this new patch. Before, you definitely could do it. You definitely could sit there. If you had an SSD on a PC like I did, I would get in the map before just about everybody else, and I could run and arm at least one MCOM before most of the other team even spawned in. It was a little bit evil. It was a little bit broken. And I am glad there's a ready up, because I don't know how many times I would be the only guy on my team, and there maybe be 4 or 5 people on the other team that had SSD that could get in real fast like. And it's basically pretty unfair when you're 1 against 5. Another great improvement, at least in my opinion, was the grenade spam. It was just too much. Being able to throw minis like crazy or impacts fairly often and not have to wait that long really on an ammo pack was a little too broken in some of the maps. I mean, there's enough grenades flying in through this door right now. You really didn't need any more than this. It's a bit crazy, and as you can tell, somebody is using smoke somewhat effectively. Most other teams a little too scared to rush through, but in quite a few maps now I've been running smoke only, just because it actually is somewhat useful now. Before, it just wasn't dense enough, it just wasn't good enough. There was not much point actually running smoke, but now I feel it is a little bit effective to run around with this. It really does help quite a bit as far as I'm concerned. And even though I'm quite used to having this for a while now in the CTE, the Revive new triage system, or whatever they want to call it, is quite a bit better than what we had before. Being able to tell when somebody's worth to go get and revive is so good. So good. That should have been the game a long time ago, at least a few years ago when somebody first suggested it. It should have been in just so long ago, because it's just one of the best improvements the game has right now. And you know what? The game isn't flawless. This patch didn't fix everything. Earlier, there's some guy running around with no upper half of him and just a gun in his pants. I don't know, the Visible Man forgot to take off just his pants. I don't know what was going on there. And occasionally, I have some weird latency problems where I'm definitely getting shot around a corner again. Yep, it's not gone. I know lag will never cease to exist. But you know what? At least it's better than it was at release, I guess. Okay, guys, what do you think about this? This a good patch for you? Bad patch? What do you like? What do you hate? Just tell me down below. If you enjoyed my video, I would appreciate it if you'll smash that like button. And also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. There on the left, I got some Hanger and Hammerhead Conquest on the Final Stand DLC that's coming up. Some early gameplay, definitely 2 great maps coming up, and I also got a Hammerhead Rush just to fit with this Rush theme I got going on. It's pretty damn good in Rush. It's pretty good for everything, really. Thanks, guys.